The most beautiful sea in the world. This is a list of U.S. states and territories ranked by their coastline length. 30 states have a coastline, 23 with a coastline on the Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, including the Gulf of Mexico and Gulf of Maine, and/or Pacific Ocean, and 8 with a Great Lakes shoreline. New York has coasts on both the Great Lakes and the Atlantic Ocean. Smaller border lakes such as Lake Champlain or Lake of the Woods do not count. All of the 5 major U.S. territories have coastlines. 3 of them have a coastline on the Pacific Ocean, and 2 of them have a coastline on the Atlantic Ocean, Caribbean Sea. The U.S. minor outlying islands also have coastlines. 2 separate measurements are used. Method 1 only includes states with ocean coastline and excludes tidal inlets. Method 2 includes Great Lake shoreline and the extra length from tidal inlets. For example, Method 2 counts the Great Bay as part of New Hampshire's coastline, but Method 1 does not. Method 1 does not include the coastlines of the territories of the United States, while Method 2 does. The sea, connected as the world ocean or simply the ocean, is the body of salty water that covers approximately 71% of the Earth's surface. The word sea is also used to denote second-order sections of the sea, such as the Mediterranean Sea, as well as certain large, entirely landlocked, saltwater lakes, such as the Caspian Sea. The sea moderates Earth's climate and has important roles in the water cycle, carbon cycle, and nitrogen cycle. Humans harnessing and studying the sea have been recorded since ancient times and evidenced well into prehistory, while its modern scientific study is called oceanography. The most abundant solid dissolved in seawater is sodium chloride. The water also contains salts of magnesium, calcium, potassium, and mercury, amongst many other elements, some in minute concentrations. Salinity varies widely, being lower near the surface and the mouths of large rivers and higher in the depths of the ocean. However, the relative proportions of dissolved salts vary little across the oceans. Winds blowing over the surface of the sea produce waves, which break when they enter the shallow water. Winds also create surface currents through friction, setting up slow but stable circulations of water throughout the oceans. The directions of the circulation are governed by several factors, including the shapes of the continents and Earth's rotation, through the Coriolis effect. Deep-sea currents, known as the global conveyor belt, carry cold water from near the poles to every ocean. Tides, the generally twice-daily rise and fall of sea levels, are caused by Earth's rotation and the gravitational effects of the Moon and, to a lesser extent, of the Sun. Tides may have a very high range in bays or estuaries. Submarine earthquakes arising from tectonic plate movements under the oceans can lead to destructive tsunamis, as can volcanoes, huge landslides, or the impact of large meteorites. A wide variety of organisms, including bacteria, protists, algae, plants, fungi, and animals, lives in the sea, which offers a wide range of marine habitats and ecosystems, ranging vertically from the sunlit surface and shoreline to the great depths and pressures of the cold, dark abyssal zone, and in latitude from the cold waters under polar ice caps to the warm waters of coral reefs in tropical regions. Many of the major groups of organisms evolved in the sea and life may have started there. The sea provides substantial supplies of food for humans, mainly fish, but also shellfish, mammals and seaweed, whether caught by fishermen or farmed underwater. Other human uses of the sea include trade, travel, mineral extraction, power generation, warfare, and leisure activities such as swimming, sailing, and scuba diving. Many of these activities create marine pollution. The sea has been an integral element for humans throughout history and culture. Those who choose to travel are strongly encouraged to check local government restrictions, rules, and safety measures related to COVID-19 and take personal comfort levels and health conditions into consideration before departure. With all due respect to mountain people, there's simply nothing in this world like a beautiful beach. Whether your personal beach style is rustic and remote or well-equipped and lively, our curated list offers a peek into some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Saud Beach, Luzon, Philippines. If you're searching for Southeast Asian beach bliss, super mellow Saud Beach on the island of Luzon is a sure thing. Its white sand pitches gradually into the clear-as-glass water, like a real-world example of a zero-entry swimming pool. Swim in the peaceful waves, lunch under a thatch roof cabana under the palms, or hire an outrigger for excursions on the water. Elefantisi Beach, Crete, Greece. Elefantisi Beach's immense popularity comes from its pretty pinkish sand, warm lagoon-like waters, and very wild feel. Elefantisi Beach is actually an island, separated from the mainland by the shallow water and sandbars that only disappear under about 3 feet of water at high tide. Facilities are limited to palapa-covered sun loungers and a handful of tavernas for fresh seafood. If Elefantisi is too packed, try Balozi Lagoon in the north. Nungwi Beach, Tanzania. Located in a buzzing fishing village of the same name on Zanzibar Island, Nungwi Beach is one of Tanzania's most hyped attractions. A big part of the appeal is Nungwi's fantastic coral sand, which seems to emit a pale, otherworldly glow. Pristine, easy swimming water, craggy rocks, and lovely sunsets dipping below the dotted sea complete the picture. With hype comes commerce. The area has a heavy concentration of restaurants, beach vendors, bars, resorts, and outfitters for water sports and excursions, deep-sea fishing, sunset cruises, and trips to